And we are live here on Plus One EXP's Roll for Content channel. A full floor higher than we normally are with a slightly different setup. And some of my favorite people in the room. My name is Tony Vicenda. I am Chief Alchemist at Plus One EXP, which is a weird little brand that multi-classes in tabletop game design, beard and skincare alchemy in the Bardic College of Content Creation. Our hope and desire is to help amazing designers find great players who love their games and amazing players find great designers whose games they can love. We do that in a lot of different ways, but the most fun way to do that is by sitting down with those designers to play that game.
Not normally in person.
Not normally in person, but that is really fun also too. So we got a bunch of my favorite people together to celebrate a very special day. Let's have the person who created the game that manifested that day introduce themselves first and tell us why are we in my dining room playing this game?
Hello, everyone. My name is Jay Dragon. I am one of the designers behind YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast and the creator of Wander Home and Sleepaway, among others. And YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast is a very special bed and breakfast where it was created by a heartless witch, and she put a rule onto the house that it's among all of her other rules, because she loves them. She has one in particular that she loves to enforce, which is that it's always September 15th. Doesn't matter what's going on outside, indoors, it's always September 15th. And so, once a year, on September 15th, because it's the one time a year when our reality and hers intersect, it's a great time to play some games. And specifically, it is one poor resident's, it is Gertrude's birthday. She ran away from home on September 15th, she ended up at the bed and breakfast on September 15th, and now she is here. She does not like it when people celebrate her birthday, but we will be doing it anyway, because, that's what you gotta do.
Awesome. Megmav, thanks for being here with us in the chat. I would love to know, how does our audio sound? Because I don't have speakers set up. And we're all in the same room, so we just hear each other like normal.
Yeah.
So we sound great to each other.
Honestly, can y'all turn the volume down a little bit? You're very loud.
Good out here.
Can you turn down your sibilance just a little bit?
You need a pop filter for your mic.
While we wait for the thing to catch up with us, let's meet everybody else. Hopefully they can hear us. Jeff, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Jeff Stormer, and I am the Great Clown Pagliacci of Tabletop RPG Podcasting. I am the host of Party of One, which is an actual play podcast focused on two-player role-playing experiences. I was also the producer and concierge for the award-winning YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast actual play podcast, which aired last February, which was a wonderful 4-part miniseries. And I make a bunch of other things. You can find my work at jeffstormer.com. You can find me on Twitter, Party of 1Pod. And while we're out here, let me properly christen this wonderful recording with a Go Birds.
Go Birds!
Go Birds! Go Birds.
Yeah.
Birds be excellent to one another.
What? Birds do be excellent to one another.
That's what I'll say as they're running through the streets, chasing up the poles.
Thanks for everybody for letting us know. Audio sounds like it's coming through good. CJ, I know we've met before, but you've never come to my house before. I'm so glad to have you here. Why don't you tell people who you are, what you do, where they can find you online?
Yes, hi everyone. I am CJ or Scholastic Dragon online. That is Scholastic like the book fair, Dragon like the mythical creature, but please drop the O in Dragon when you search for me. I do a lot of things. So if you really want to know, you can find me on Twitter, TikTok, it's not Instagram. No Facebook products.
I can't find you on Instagram.
No, you will not find me on Instagram. I've deleted
Okay.
all traces of myself.
Yeah.
So you think.
I'm hunting.
But yes.
Awesome. Thanks for being here, everybody. I'm excited to dive in just 1 second. A couple things before we do that. We do have a couple streams coming up. Tomorrow morning, we are sitting down and playing Capers Cyberpunk at noon. Dylan is going to be joining for that. Richard Ruane and one of the creative team members from there, and Chris, Hectic Electron, creator of Raccoon Sky Pirates. We're all sitting down tomorrow. I'll be back down in the basement for that. But we also have a great thing coming up. I am very excited about it. It's called RPG Zine Club. If you haven't checked it out yet, head over to rpgzine.club. This is going to be a new membership program that we're launching to help us invest more intentionally in creatives around the globe who are making amazing small games, and we're going to send them to you every month. You can choose story or adventure games, but if you want to invest more intentionally in the creative community, help create crowdsourcing without crowdfunding, we would love to have you go check out RPG Zine Club and get in on this.
Hey, Tony, I gotta ask, while you're doing like story and adventure, is there anything else that's being planned for RPG Zine Club?
We have not made that announcement yet. Do you want to make that announcement right now?
No, I just want to...
There is a cool thing coming in January, and if you come to PAX, Jay and I will happily tell you about the cool thing that's going to get built on top of RPG Zine Club. But last thing about RPG Zine Club before we get into what people were looking for. Jeff, you have played Guys in Chairs, I believe,
I have indeed played Guys in
with
Chairs.
Dylan.
Yeah.
Is it a fun game?
It's a blast. Blast and a half.
Did you know that there's a Super Dylan double feature that is half Spin the Bottle, half Guys in Chairs flip over zine?
I did not know that was a thing. No.
That's because it is coming out in the first month of Zine Club next month. If you sign up and you get the story game collection or the total membership,
See,
you'll get sent to you.
I actively resent this moment because there's genuine surprise, and now the audience is going to hear all the times that I'm fake surprised by things, and they're
Don't worry. It's the kayfabe. Don't worry, you didn't have to break the kayfabe.
Awesome. And also the last member of our team who is not here in person but is in the chat, we got Liz the Moulin Rouge. Liz, tell people who you are in the chat because we love that you are taking care of yourself, but we wish you were here. We're sad you couldn't be with us, and we're glad to have you join.
Pretend there's like
There's a Liz-sized hole in all of us.
Yeah. I also meant like literally, physically, like I'm kind of weirdly off place, so like cinematographically.
Yeah,
there's a Liz
implication.
It works for the very large amount of space that I have.
It's kind of, I was gonna say, it's kind of like it's a little bit of the Last Judgment because we are sitting very oddly around a table right now. Very Last Judgment. We're like not. Last Judgment.
Last Supper.
This is just
Look,
like...
don't pretend like none of the apostles weren't judging me.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Simon, girl. But it'll be like that if there's just someone missing from there. So, you're gonna have another person. It's okay. We're gonna have a great time playing YAZEBA'S. All right. Thanks for joining us anyway.
We talked about it a little bit before stream, but we have a couple of lines and bails here on the stream that are normal lines and bails, sexual coercion, sexual violence. We're not super worried about that when we sit down to play YAZEBA'S. But do we have any other lines or bails that we think we want to worry about in a game that largely has Saturday morning cartoon vibes to it?
The only one that comes up for me that, like, as we were thinking about it is, and again, like, it's Not really, but like I'd say maybe a veil on harm to non-magical animals in a non-cartoony sense, if that makes sense. Like the idea, because I'm thinking of very specifically like a Tom and Jerry, an anvil falls on a cat stands up and is an accordion, perfectly fine. Just like more realistic than that, I'm not.
I think in general, it's good to assume that YAZEBA'S YAZEBA'S generally warrants a PG-13 rating, right?
fair.
Like, it's very rare for... I think if there's a thing where it's like, if you took, like, your 10-year-old cousin to go see a movie, and a thing happened on screen that made you go, oh my god, that probably should also not happen in...
Awesome. I'm excited to play. We also use the X cards. If we do have anything come up, we can always say X. We can make an actual X card since we are actually in the physical.
Person,
we're actually in front of people. Look at how luxurious it is.
Wow. Oh man, that's a good excellent. We make it a proper Twitter logo. Hold on.
Oh, boo! And then
that is correct. So if we want to use it, we should all log on to Twitter.
Yeah, we all tweet. Well, no, but you tweet the most inflammatory thing you can, and if the discourse will be distracting.
Well, it is a Friday, so I think we should tweet #FollowFriday. Tag the
there it is.
And then we all get a Follow Friday tweet.
If you tweet that, I'll interpret it as a cry for help for sure.
Yeah.
We'll know Jeff has been kidnapped.
You'll know that I am in distress.
We also have an open door policy, which means if any of us need to get up, move around, go take a break for any reason, we will, because we're normal people. You also might see us eat, drink, other things like that. Those are normal things for normal humans to be. If you're a normal human, you should do it also. People are asking about the tall parish in the background. It was placed there intentionally. The teen off to the side here is freaking out because my child did hand sew that. And if you would like a hand sewn knockoff tall parish, not official YAZEBA'S merch. They do have commissions.
Parish spelled with an E.
A parish spelled with an E.
YAZEBA'S Hotel and Restaurant.
Jerry Dayan's Motel and Outdoor Repair Shop.
Do what?
It's on Ko-fi.
Drop the Ko-fi.
What should they search on Ko-fi?
Drop the Ko-fi
Hold on,
link.
I forgot my user. I'm pretty sure it's just an immortal frog.
You gotta be more prepped for this.
Just an immortal frog over on Ko-fi. We'll get the link in the description later, and I'll tweet it out over on. I'll hit the X card later.
This is nepotism, by the way. And as it should be.
All right. With that said, I'm gonna hand things over to Jay to take us into the thing.
It's just an immortal frog. I have to.
Just more. Sea excursion. My therapist. Tall Paris isn't real. He can't.
Tall Paris.
All right. Hey everyone, let's play some YAZEBA'S. I'm gonna go through it and just teach it straight up as is, both because not everyone here has played YAZEBA'S, but also because not all of you have played YAZEBA'S. So this is just teaching it like I'm teaching folks. So. Once upon a time, the world was cruel, and there was a witch who knew it well, and so she sold her heart to build a house in the woods where the world could never find her. At first, she would let no one into her fortress, but in the long march of days, a strange thing happened. In her own cold and spiteful way, the witch made a friend, and then another, and then several more, until her house was teeming with colorful faces and complicated lives. The house would come to be known as YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast, and it would last for a very long time. So, here we are.
I was also like, it'll be really cool to put the image up, and I forgot that there's other audio underneath that image, so I'm sorry about the weird synth sci-fi music that undertones.
No, that's good. That's
YAZEBA loves the synth sci-fi.
2099.
It's in many times in many places, most often in the near future of San Francisco.
It is September 15th, the day after tomorrow. There's only one place to escape from the megacorps.
God. On the front door of YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast, there is a sign which reads, "No soliciting, trespassing, romancing, snooping, snitching, or unnecessary small talk welcome." This is my playtest binder, by the way, so if you're wondering what I'm lifting up and picking around. The actual book I do also have next to me. This is
it looks so
it's
cool.
so beautiful, dude.
Oh,
Give it a little flip through for the camera. Like just open up to a. Yeah.
We're gonna get full Ben Milton on here. That's maybe not the best spread.
That's a very
That's a great spread. That's a secret.
That's the Hodag spread. Yeah.
Hodag.
Yeah, Hodag's on there. It's our. He's credited in YAZEBA'S because he's that's Hodag.
I know.
We have some
I'm super
OG
excited.
OSR stuff. Anyway, YAZEBA'S OSR.com. There's a sign which reads. Sorry, the jokes are gonna be way. It's gonna be way harder to focus because we're all really used to like the awkward pauses between jokes, whereas now we're all just talking to each other, so it's very spoiled. But there's a sign which reads, "No soliciting, trespassing, romancing, snooping, snitching, or unnecessary small talk welcome. YAZEBA reserves her temper for those she catches violating these rules." Underneath that sign is a second smaller sign which reads, "Room for everyone." It is always September 15th inside the bed and breakfast, even if it's summer, spring, or winter outside. It's YAZEBA'S favorite day of the year. It is in many places at many times. It is most frequently near the cozy village of Vale Ridge, somewhere on the East Coast, sometime in the 20th century. Every room is always next to every other room. No matter what we've said in the past about the layout of the B&B, the floor plan is always convenient to the matter at hand, and the bed and breakfast is both quaint and sprawling, with enough rooms that it can always accommodate any number of guests, except Gertrude. We've selected a chapter. We'll be playing A Birthday for Gertrude, appropriately. We will then be each choosing a character to play during that chapter. One of us must be Gertrude, who is a teenage girl who ran away from home and at the moment sleeps atop the dryer in the laundry room. She is kind and insecure, quiet and capable beyond expectations. If everyone else wants to look at these, and that once you pick a resident you'd like to play, you could read their little bio out loud for the audience. It just seemed like it would save on time.
You'd think so.
This allows for some like.
We could if Jeff and I were consummate streamers and podcasters, we would be talking through our thought process.
Oh god!
But we're not.
No, that's the thing.
Here's the thing. I was thinking like I should be talking through my thought process, and I was like, I'll give everybody else time to be silent.
I'll be a polite person.
And then I feel now that I've been called out.
I called myself out at the same time.
So there are a couple that I'm thinking, because I've played a lot of the characters before. I think the three that I haven't played like on the list are Parrish, Amelie, and the Moon Prince.
Okay.
Those are the three.
We don't have the Moon Prince.
All right, then I'm Parrish and Amelie are the two that we've narrowed it by 33%. We're good.
Is either one of those crying to you more?
Jeff, I want so badly to see your Parrish. Is this a selfish desire?
I was kind of like, I'm probably gonna end up Parrish. if anybody gets handed Parrish.
I just would bring me a great deal of joy to see your version of Parrish.
All right.
I've never done Haykud or Gertrude. I could go for either of those. CJ, you've not played at all. Why don't you take a stab?
Oh, I can do Saul.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Do you want to? Which one shall Gertrude?
I'll do Haykud.
You'll do Haykud? Okay, I'll be Gertrude. Sounds good. All right, can each of you read out loud the description of your...
Absolutely. So I'm playing Parrish, once a gallant knight cursed by a wicked wizard to take the form of a frog. Now he's the bed and breakfast's head and only cook, but he's still a courageous hero at heart.
I am playing Hey Kid. Abandoned on the front door as a baby, they grew up amid the chaos of the bed and breakfast. Now they're delightfully rambunctious devil child who causes disaster wherever they go.
And I'm going to be playing Saul, a weary young adult who once studied to be YAZEBA'S apprentice before leaving magic behind. Now he works as the night porter, but hopes to someday become a rock star. Although it's not clear how he's going to get there.
Yeah, wonderful. All right, let me go get the characters real quick.
You gonna be Gertrude?
I did. I read it. It was the first thing I read.
Did you?
Yeah, when I was saying that one of us will be
Well,
Gertrude.
fine.
Yeah,
One of us will be Gertrude.
I'm a really
way
good
to be ahead of it.
I
Jay.
have a pedagogical approach. I've done this so many times that I have like a whole system.
Jay's
that I'm
a
doing.
consummate podcaster.
A consummate playing of YAZEBA'S. Never mind. I'm describing. Can we cut that from the?
Go ahead and edit that out of your mind.
We can edit that out, right?
yeah. I just need. I'm gonna Will Smith Men in Black all of you real quick. Here we go.
Caro, Parasal, and Hickett is a great trio, and I'm realizing that's the exact same trio on the episode of YAZEBA'S that Caro and I
It's a really good like mischief managed kind
It
of
is,
like
it is.
through.
Also, this is theoretically often an early chapter, potentially.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So, because this is your playtest book, but this is a new playtest.
This is, yes, I've only played a few games with this. So it has not, very few changes have been made. If you will look around at your character sheet, I'm going to give everyone a little tour of theirs really in just a moment once I flip to their thing. But you'll notice on your character sheet you have,
No, I'm
Okay,
good.
no, okay.
I don't know what that was, but
That's scary. So you'll notice on your character sheet you have a little description, you've got some little things, you've got facts about me. This is what a character sheet looks like, by the way. You want to hold up the back of yours? I feel like that's a good example of what character sheets look like.
here's the front of mine, but here is the back of mine.
Yeah, they really, because what happens is they've got like kind of minimal info, but as you play, everyone's adding on to it. So, Hey Kid, for instance, has already gotten some notes, some edits, but they all have bingos and whoopsies, which are like little game mechanical snippets. And they have spots to doodle on and take notes and change over time. We will be playing A Birthday for Gertrude. The setup of Birthday for Gertrude is that it is Gertrude, that's me. It's my birthday, you've all remembered, because it's always September 15th, so it's always my birthday, but today you've remembered. And you've decided to organize a surprise party without me. The way that's going to go is I'm going to leave the room for a moment, and you're going to decide where amongst these rooms the party is happening. And then you'll write it down on an index card and hide it somewhere. Then I'll come back, and we will commence with the game. All of you have a little blank index card in front of you. You are going to, at some point, write down an idea for a present for Gertrude, keeping it from me because it's important that presents are secret, and also drawing a little 3-part clock or track that looks like that right there, if you'd like. Just 3 boxes. Once those are all ticked off, I'll explain in a moment, you've completed pulling that present together. There's also a longer track, which is right here, which is 6 boxes. And once that's complete, the chapter is over and the party is ready to throw. I have a little mini game I'm playing to try and figure out what you all are up to. And if I figure out you're planning to throw me a party, I'm going to try and figure out where the party is. If I figure out what's going on with the party before you've had the chance to complete the party, I can choose to put a stop to it if I would like to. I don't have to. The way my rule works is that I'm trying to get people to lie to me, because every time they lie to me, I get to get a little closer to making a proper guess. So I'm playing like a separate game over here.
Okay.
That's so much fun. It's so
And
much fun.
I can force you to lie to me, but I have to succeed with my coins first. Let's talk about coins real quick, and then we will get to playing. These are quarters. The box set has these gorgeous gold coins that I wanted to grab at Grubby's house before I came here, but I didn't have time, so we got quarters. Whenever you want to do something, whenever you want to check one of these boxes, whenever you want to get the party closer to being done, whenever I want to force you to answer my question directly, you flip your coins. You start out with no coins. When you flip your coins and there are no tails, it is a success. So, you want to check off one box on your track. You got nothing. You immediately succeed and you get a coin. Then, let's say you want to do nothing. You want to check off another box. You're feeling confident. You did really well. You're going to flip that one coin. And if you get a heads, you succeed. Great job. You check off the other box, you get another coin. And now you're feeling really confident. You flip both of your coins. If either one of them or both of them are tails, which neither of them are because I'm very lucky, succeed, get another coin. Once it's tails, you fail. And upon failing, you do one of the whoopsies on your sheet, as messily and disastrous as you'd like, and you still get another coin anyway. You'll notice that this means that every time you try and do it, you become 50% less likely to succeed, and that this stacks pretty fast, right? By the time you've tried to do 5 things, you've got a really bad, you've got a Samoa Joe kind of odds of victory here. The good news for you is there's 2 things you can do about this. One of them is, once you have 5 coins, you can cash them in order to automatically succeed. So if you have 5 coins, you can clear them to 0 and automatically succeed. So you'll get more and more likely to fail, and then you can cash them in, succeed automatically. The other thing you can do is, let's say you've got 3 coins and you really need to get rid of them right now. You can do a bingo, which is the other half of the things on your sheet. You can do a bingo, and whoever you feel you're doing that bingo for gets your coins, right? So if I make myself useful and help out Parrish and pitch in, and I'm like helping you bake whatever you're baking, and I don't realize you're baking a cake for me, I might give you my coins, right? Because I'm making myself, my bingo benefits you, and now you've got 3 coins instead of me, and I'm going to be doing a lot better. Are there any questions about the rules of this chapter? Cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have us read the little introduction. There's some little lines of fiction through here. When it's your turn to read a thing, which is mostly Parrish and Sal, so I'll just point at it. If you want to read yours in your character's voice, that would be appreciated. But I'm the concierge, I'm the facilitator, I'll be reading the narration along with Gertrude. And sorry, hey kid.
I love it. I love that I'm just running the stream. That's great.
It was a beautiful autumn morning outside the bed and breakfast. Gertrude had the window cracked open to breathe in the crisp air, the last before it would get too cold for open windows, and was rereading her favorite book. It was called Heartsword, a schlocky fantasy adventure about a princess forced to disguise herself as a man in order to defeat an evil emperor. If you asked Gertrude about it, she'd dismiss it as trashy garbage, but the dog-eared pages and bent spine suggested otherwise. Parrish was perched in one of the massive armchairs, lazily glancing through the astrology section of the newspaper.
Hey Gertrude, what sign are you? For the horoscopes.
Oh, I'm a Virgo. My birthday's the 15th, Gertrude replied, barely paying attention. Virgo, August 23rd to September 22nd. It can be difficult and nerve-wracking to navigate in unfamiliar environments. Sometimes the world is big and scary and you just need a change. Don't be afraid. There will be people who care for you wherever you go, and a family's love is never far from your heart. I believe in you. Parrish stared down at the paper before spotting the date in the corner. September 15th. As always, of course, but... Parrish looked up and made sudden eye contact with Sal before pulling the porter into the hall and whispered,
Sal, it's the 15th.
Sal shrugged.
And? It's always the 15th. What's the big deal?
It's Gertrude's birthday.
Alright, I'm going to step out, and all of you can take a moment, maybe write it on the back of the X card. Write down where the party is going to be happening. Don't do the thing you story gamers always do, where you'll try and hint it to me. Because if you do, I'll figure it out really fast. I will legitimately be trying to figure out where this is. This is PvP. Alright, I'll step out.
Intense PvP.
It's intense.
Trying to beat the game master.
Alright, so
game.
chat, if you screw us in this...
Chad, don't say anything!
Word. The fury of Thor.
I got the ban click ready to go. All right, what are our options, Jeff?
Our options are the dining room, the piano room, the basement, the little office, the deluxe bedroom, the garden, or the kitchen.
All right, Chad, you can tell us from those which ones you think, but we will potentially ignore you or listen to you because there's no way to know for sure. I don't even know that we should tell chat. I like this one right here.
I agree. Yeah. I agree. That feels the...
All right. You don't even know chat, but tell us what you think it is. All right. And do we need to figure out our presents now also, too?
I think that we can think about that,
As we go.
but we may as well take a moment to think about that.
Yeah. Mine's going to be bigger than a bread box.
Ooh.
Unless it's smaller than a bread box.
Don't actually know what a night porter is.
Sort of a groundskeeper-y.
Yeah, and it's so like a porter's person is somebody who manages the port. So like they're the door person, and oftentimes like they would have a place, especially if the night porter, like that they would like stay in like a small room near the door, so that if anybody came in the middle of the night, they would be able to answer them if somebody needed something somewhere. So basically, you're kind of like the front desk person, but also like a bellhop a little bit, and a groundskeeper, and like all the other things that need to be
This
done.
is so funny. My fun fact is, right now I'm a night porter at the bed and breakfast. Not 100% sure what that means, but it mostly involves art imitating real life.
All right. Are we ready?
I think we are ready.
But Jay's not in the room. How will they know? Jay!
Yeah, we'll write that. We'll write that on the paper.
What am I going to do?
Wow.
Moulin Rouge would have played Yazeba. This is my house. Used to. Look, here's the deal, Liz. You get out some coins right now. You tell us what Yazeba's doing.
Yeah, Yazeba, you're in your office. You're not dealing with. If you want to pick a present for Gertrude at the end of this,
you are welcome, Liz, to play via the chat.
Yeah, you are welcome to be a long distance Yazeba, busy on witchy business.
Pop in every once in a while, say something if you want to, in character.
You know what I miss most about my exile? The brie. Great. Okay. So, I assume you've got a place chosen.
Yes, indeed.
We do.
The chat does not know.
Incredible.
We pointed in the book so that they wouldn't be able to.
You and me both. You and me both. You get me.
No, I think you will. That's why I threw it out there.
I'm gonna DM.
Look, we're throwing a party, and you're all part of it too. Like you're all at our party.
If y'all want to be guests, pick your favorite guest. If
We're
you have
not.
the
We won't
PDF.
be reacting to you in real time, so maybe don't try and get into a scene. But if you tell us there's something going
what's
on
going
in the chat,
on?
we'll be listening.
And if you don't have the PDF yet, you can go to possumcreek.com, pre-order Yazeba's
Breakfast.
Yeah, get the PDF.
Yeah, snag that. And one more Multiverse Digital Edition comes with a fully realized dollhouse style isometric Stardew Valley vibe setup. It's absolutely. It's some really cool people built a video game that you can use to play Yazeba's instead of if you instead of like using Discord or whatever, or like Roll20, which no one uses Roll20. Do you play any? No, it's on. It's that thing. That thing is dead. It's been dead for.
This stream
years.
brought to you by Roll20.
Danny Quaid right now is running towards me really fast with us. Like,
Hey everybody, we've had some fun here, but you know what's real fun? It's getting online with your friends and playing a game.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, you're right.
It would make this even better if we weren't in the same room.
Yeah, I really. God, I wish I couldn't see your faces right now. Yeah, let's. Speaking of playing a game, let's get to it the inferior analog way. It is a lovely autumn day, the last warm one before it gets cold for the winter. Gertrude is sitting by the window, completely unaware of what's going on, and I've got my dog-eared old fantasy soft cover that I've damaged a bajillion times. I'm just kind of flipping through it. Like, I've read it so much that at this point, reading it is it's like reciting it more than it is like absorbing new information. Like the words are so like it's not well written, and so the words are very like it's just a little thing that I'm doing. What is the first thing I notice that maybe suggests things are a little weird?
It's the burst of smoke out of the kitchen.
Oh.
It is a billow of black smoke out of the kitchen. If I'm doing a whoopsie, do I take a coin? Did it?
No, you are going. You want to try and do something.
Oh, got it.
So you're not going to be doing whoopsies at first.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
You can just. There's still black
Okay.
smoke. It's just not because
Yeah, okay. Well, there's still
not
black
keying
smoke.
into a whoopsie. It's just you're living life.
Yeah, you see Haykid burst out of the puff of smoke and says, "Fine, I won't tell her that I am going on a walk because I'm not." And he just flips around and heads back into the smoke, leaving a Haykid like shaped puff in and out, also too.
Yeah, Parrish is... Yes, young child, take thy walk. Take thy walk around the bed and breakfast as thou would most days.
Gertrude, are you making progress on your gift right now? Is that what's happening? Are you trying?
I am, in fact, trying to make progress. I am specifically cooking. I'm cooking breakfast, like cooking lunch or dinner, cooking a meal, while also trying to make progress, and that has actively impeded all of my ability to like make progress on my gift. But I'm trying desperately to do both at the same time.
Well, I think it's up to you whether or not you're working on the party preparations or if you're working on your gift. But it seems like you don't have any coins, so you succeed. You check off the box and you get a coin.
I am going to check off one of our. Should I just mark it here or just mark it on?
Mark it in the book. Yeah. This is it's all printed out. It's an illusory quality.
I come up to Sal and I've got just a handful of broken eggs, and I say, "Do you think this would work? Do you think she'd like this? Do you like this?"
Well, I think if they're like broken eggs.
Hey, Gertrude, who do you think, what do you think I would like that? And I'm going to take a coin, and you have to answer my question. You don't have to answer it truthfully, but you must answer me. Which is, who do you think will like that?
I mean, you for breakfast. Would you like this for breakfast?
No.
It's just raw eggs running through my fingers at this point in time.
No. Did you lie to me?
No.
No.
Well,
Richard,
I added something.
you added something that was not true? That's worse than a lie by omission. A lie by omission is allowed, but I get to make progress on my,
all right.
my puzzle
Oh
solving.
my god!
So,
How do you need to solve the puzzle?
I need to figure out where the party is. I'm sleuthing it out.
Yeah, I gotta go.
Yeah. Like you sprint off, leaving Saul kind of standing there. And I think the thing that just looks very strange is that Saul is not holding their guitar. He has a shovel on his back.
Hey, is
Weird.
everyone acting really weird today?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
No.
Is that a lie?
That is a lie.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm gonna get the chance to make a guess pretty quick.
Oh, no.
You better be careful.
We're making waffles, Belgiana!
Oh, I love waffles, Liliana. I should go ask them if they need any help. So, what are you doing with the shovel?
Oh, digging.
Yeah.
Have you ever digged before?
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Well, I'm digging your outfit today.
Thanks. It's my it's the hoodie that I spilled macaroni on yesterday.
Yazeba walks by and says, "Oh, good, my compost shells." Yoink.
Gertrude flinches in fear as like a puff behind her. The shells are taken off of the front desk, and she's like, "Yeah, those weren't for me at breakfast at all." Sam, I think there's something going on. Will you help me solve it?
And when you say solve it,
Like, I think that Haykid and Parrish are getting up to something weird.
yeah, but they're kind of weird like every day.
Well, yeah, but this is kind of a weird place, Sal. But like, I
Can someone tell me what comes after the call to adventure? Is it the threshold?
Oh, I actually know that answer. I'm gonna go help them. I'll be back.
so you're not gonna help me? and I fail, you do not have to answer that question. You maybe don't even hear it. As I do a whoopsie because I failed a flip. And I'm going to assume the worst of what's going on. And as Sal walks away, Gertrude's going to go, they're all mad at me. I should have known. Meanwhile, while Gertrude's not around, what is going on in the kitchen? And would y'all like to make progress? You don't need to flip. You start with 0 points. The first thing you do, you get to succeed. So the first thing you do is a success.
That's right. You were going to do something in the kitchen.
No,
Okay.
Gertrude's not in the kitchen. It's all you.
You come into the kitchen to see that there is an elaborate feast of Belgian waffles being made, in a row of Belgian waffle irons that are being flipped in rapid succession. But also there is an old-timey typewriter, and Sal is like flipping, doing a full backflip, typing a page, doing a full backflip back, flipping a waffle, and it is the delay in that is causing the smoke.
Oh my god.
Do you need help?
Yes, what comes after the call to adventure?
Dread.
Yes. Perfect. And I'm gonna flip this going. That is a tail.
You fail. You do a whoopsie.
I do a whoopsie.
And you get another one.
I'm biting off more than I can chew.
Yeah, I would say. That's exactly what I just did.
I'm so in-depth in writing on this typewriter that one of them just explodes in flame behind me. I'm like, Dread, of course. And then the supernatural 8, of course. Campbell, you scamp.
Oh god.
Besides ghost peppers, what spices are good? He's just got the cabinet. Hey, kid says, like, looking into the spice cabinet. Like, any of them?
Paprika?
Paprika?
But the blue kind.
The blue kind? I don't see any.
Use only a pinch, or you shall open the portal to the... You know what? I will do it. I will do it.
I'm just going to take the cumin.
Oh, that's too
Are you
strong.
making progress on your gift?
No.
That is too strong. That is too strong a flavor. They are going to regret it. I do not have time for this.
Yeah. I think Saul, seeing that you are biting off more than you can chew, is going to do the righteous thing and leave. Looks at the Haken and say, "Can you help me in the garden?" Well, outside. I'm not actually going to the garden. I just need a bunch of dirt.
Sure. I can get you dirt.
Yeah, alright, cool. Come with me. And I think Saul just kind of runs out. There's probably like a door from the kitchen. Just kind of goes out and immediately just starts kind of digging and has you holding this bucket.
Cool. I'm just like pocketing dirt as we go also too.
Oh dear. I think meanwhile, Gertrude is pacing around the living room, trying to figure out her plan of attack. And she ultimately decides that she is going to get into the kitchen and figure out what's happening in there. Because if Gertrude can go talk to Parrish and maybe find out, like, can get some answers from that frog who's not very good at lying, maybe whatever he's up to. But so Gertrude cuts through the smoke and comes walking into the kitchen just as Sal and Hey Kid leave. And she goes, "Hey, Parrish, what's going on in here?"
Hello. I'm making waffles by Donna.
And writing, I see. What are you working on to reach for the stuff you're typing?
Stops your hand with his tongue, slaps down the stack of papers, rolls back the tongue. I'm telling my story as it is meant to be told.
I'm gonna flip some coins to force you to answer my next question, which is, Parrish, I didn't know you had a story. Why haven't you told me about it before? And I will fail, as I expected I would. And I'm going to take on more than I can carry. So as I'm asking this question, you don't have to answer to me, maybe it gets lost in the smoke and the chaos, but I start taking on Belgian waffles and trying to, like, do the stuff you're doing right now, and as I'm doing it, it is, like, I am messing it up just as efficiently as you are, right?
And I think doing a... Here's what I'm going to do.
I think the rabbits in the garden are trying to put out they're the only ones who are actually trying to put the fire out right now.
Here's what we're going to do, because I think there is a moment where the second Gertrude's hand grabs a waffle iron, there is like a dramatic close-up on Parrish's eyes and the frame narrows in, like and with a lightning speed, it's one of those like 47 quick cut shots. Parrish has effortlessly moved you away from each of the irons moments before it ignites in flames and is like pulling things out, has gone full chef mode. And I am rescuing someone from peril, which is a series of waffle irons that is about to explode. Here are your 2 coins.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Gertrude doesn't even, I think, fully register it. And then at the end of it, I'm going to automatically succeed. So I'm going to put 5 points back. And I'm going to say, you think I'd make a good chef? I feel like I really have the hang of this.
Gertrude, I believe that you could, if you set your heart to it, accomplish anything that you wish to achieve in this world. For it is not on any one of us to accept a fate that is handed down from divine. We stare at the fate. We stare at the forces of the sky and we defy them. We define our own destiny.
You didn't answer my question. You think I would make a good chef?
Oh yes, that's the yes. Was the yes not clear? I went on a whole thing. Didn't
Well, I don't know. Everyone's been so weaselly today that I thought you were like, I don't know, weasel word. I just have been really, I get nervous, you know.
Weaselly. Taking a coin, weaselly.
What are you doing? You're making progress on your game.
Yeah, weaselly. That is a quality character flaw that could be resolved.
This is taking forever.
Okay, we're almost done. And I think that's like the last point at which I put dirt into this very like large bucket, and I say, let's go back inside.
Well, it's obvious that Hagen's pockets, like if he hadn't just been pocketing the dirt, this would have gone pretty quick. But his pockets are like overloaded with all this dirt.
I think I look, and I'm like, yeah. So, and I think we're coming in. And it's like, do you know what flowers eat?
Do I know what flowers eat? Yes, do. They eat bees.
And I think like rolling out like plates of like several stacked plates of Belgian
You've been making
waffles.
progress in your gift, by the way. So if you want to check off one of the boxes and get a coin.
Oh yes.
Holding several stacked plates, like hops out and jumps in. A common misconception. The closest thing to plants properly eating would be the process of photosynthesis.
Sunlight. Wonderful.
You take pictures of bees and they eat the pictures of the bees.
Hey kid, your curiosity will open up pathways of adventure.
Gertrude's walking behind you holding a plate with a single waffle on it, which is the amount you trusted her with.
Oh my god. Excellent. That is a wonderful idea for the. Oh my god, Gertrude. Hey.
Yeah, hi. I was helping Parrish out because it seemed like there was a fire going on. The two of you just walk. What are you doing with all that dirt? I'm gonna flip my coin to make you answer that one, and I will fail. So I'm going to I'm gonna keep a secret I shouldn't keep. I don't ask that question. I just look behind the dirt, and then I'm like,
Yeah. Hey kid likes to fill dirt into his pockets.
Yeah, and I just take the dirt and I dump all the rest of it into my pocket.
The best part is you're not lying.
I think there's a moment.
I didn't ask the question. You didn't lie to me. That's all above ground.
I have to go take care of something upstairs.
And I must clean up after this disastrous, my own folly. of overestimating my ability to create waffles biryani.
Saul takes the bucket that has probably have less dirt in it than what was just before in it because it's in your pockets, and just sadly walks back out with the shovel to get a little bit more, like, very quickly, puts more dirt back in here, and walks back in.
Gertrude stops and is like, do you need a hand with any of that? Like, hey kid just seems to be... Is that, like, what do you have the bucket for? I'm gonna flip coins to... I will fail again. I'm actually gonna do a whoopsie and then a bingo. So I'm gonna mess up something I thought I could handle. So I look at you and I'm like, I think I expect myself to just be asking like a cool casual question. It comes off as really interrogatory. Like I come up here and I'm just like, what are you doing with that bucket? Does he say, but no, you have that bucket? Just like, my tone is very wrong.
Not Alone Horror is giving out some gifts also too for Gertrude's birthday. So give out 4 subs to people. Thank you, Not Alone. We appreciate your support.
Thank you, Not Alone.
Yeah, and I think there's a moment where Saul kind of pauses as you ask, like, does Yazeba know about this? And I think Saul freezes like a statue.
I'm gonna keep a secret that I should keep. I'm gonna say, don't worry, I won't tell her. I get it. She scares me anyway. Sometimes I worry I don't belong here. And then with that, Gertrude's gonna look all melancholy and kind of do that little sad kicked puppy thing that the little girl does and just like stare off in the middle distance and walk away. Leaving Sal holding a bucket of dirt and being like, "Ooh."
Bucket of dirt and trauma.
You'll just hear the groan of pipes as somebody turns on the water in the bathroom upstairs. And we see Hey Kid dumping a bunch of dirt into the sink and running water over the top of it.
Are you making progress?
I am making progress.
Oh my god, that's worrying. That's more worrying. So I think maybe there's like a little bit of a cut from there to the next moment where you've had the chance to clean up the waffles biryani. Gertrude is going to go kick rocks around.
So I think like as that is happening, I think we see that a second separate mess has been made in the kitchen as the true purpose of everything with the waffle, with everyone distracted with the waffle feast. It's time to make a cake.
Oh, do you want to flip your coins and make some party prep?
That's failure.
That's a failure. What is your whoopsie?
What is my whoopsie? What is my whoopsie? You know what? I gotta check off Sky to mention this and say, if you mention that blue paprika opens a horrible portal.
Oh yeah, of course. You're like, time to make a cake.
Now that all of the distractions are gone from my kitchen, it is time to make a cake. Oh, I didn't screw that in correctly. Oh no!
As you say now that all the distractions are gone, Hey Kid, and you start freaking out, Hey Kid kicks open the door. They have something underneath a towel. The towel is obviously soaking wet and covered in mud, and they are making their way straight towards the oven. Also,
the portal, I think. That's a heads. That's a success.
And so I am going to...
Do I take a coin if I fail?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
Take a coin no matter what.
No matter what. Got it.
I'm going to apply a lesson somebody else has taught me. You watch Hey Kid with their tail just reach up and turn the dial on the stove to like the exact perfect temperature. They quickly whip off their this muddy towel, and you see some sort of like mud clay sculpture thing underneath, and they just pop it in as if it was a cake.
I'm going to say in one fluid motion as I hand you these quarters, Parrish's tongue, like the tail adjusts it and then the tongue whips over and turns it back. It's like, that's going to burn down the house. There you go.
I think which bingo was that?
Oh, save someone from peril.
Oh, good. I think that as you're doing that, right, Hey Kid, how long does it take you to notice the portal that the blue paprika opened that is slowly filling
Maybe after he gets it in, he turns around and like he just kind of squints at it, and he just kind of squinted it, and they start moving in closer and just kind of trying to look inside it.
What's the portal like?
It is crystalline castles like Superman's fortress.
You open into the elemental plane of crystals.
Yeah.
We hear YAZEBA'S voice coming from the basement as they try to plunge dirt and water coming up through the utility sink down there.
Real. But yeah, I think Saul is outside with like the bucket of dirt and trying to put like seeds in there. So I'm gonna
Flip your coins.
flip my coins.
Huh. You gotta say that looks like a failure to me.
Definitely
I see
is.
Tails, yes. Well,
Yeah.
you get your
But I
fifth.
get my fifth.
What whoopsie do you do?
Yeah, expecting that. I think I'm gonna get caught up in my own drama, and kind of like as I'm putting like seeds in this dirt, Saul starts thinking, "Oh, come on. Gertrude, you don't," and then like sprints off towards you, very sweaty, very worried. He's like, "No, you have it all wrong. There's nothing wrong with you." Like,
What? Gertrude, who is like kind of standing out at the edge of the doing that thing that like doing the very like swinging. I think like grabbed some kind of like golf cricket rack or something, and it's like knocking the heads off of flowers in the kind of way that kids do when they're bored. And it's like what like. Sal, are you okay? Like,
yeah, I'm okay, and you're okay too, and no one does it.
well, then why is everyone acting
belong.
super weird? And you have to answer that question directly. Why is everyone acting so weird?
It's because we all care about you.
But Gertrude cannot process that. She's gonna give a very sweet compliment, and she's gonna say, "Sal, never in my life since meeting you did I doubt that you cared about me."
That's real sweet. Can I describe what is happening in the back?
Yeah!
In the background of this shot, a kid perched on his shoulder. Parrish is engaged in a sword fight with some kind of crystalline dragon.
Get him!
This land will become our ultramarine upon our crown.
Taking a quarter and marking a part of my gift.
This is part of your gift. God.
I am gonna try to as you fight this giant crystalline dragon, I'm gonna sneak in and try to like grab some of the little bits that are falling off this dragon. Oh!
So close.
Well, I don't know how much you can see, but that one was dramatically spinning, and then was a tail. The rest of them are heads. And instead, while Paris is about to deal the final blow to this creature, I take some of the dirt that was out of my pocket earlier and like, have you ever seen a worm this big? And there's just a giant worm sticking out, and I get right between you and the dragon.
That is a lovely worm. That is a wonderful worm. A worm, of course.
Its name is Philip.
Hey, Sal, do you have any of the...
I'm gonna carry out a noble act with dignity and praise. Hand you this quarter and say, "Dragon, you seek a feast for your hunger. There is the greatest nightingale of the land." Swallowed by a dragon.
Oh, man. Gertrude is gonna panic, and she doesn't know how to help. But maybe Paris has this one under control? The Sal... Then Gertrude turns to you, and it's like...
Yeah, God. I have never in my life not believed that Parrish could take care of something.
I don't know if I feel the same way.
I'm speaking from the heart.
But I trust you, Sal.
I am going. I'm gonna look up.
Who are you giving all your coins to? You're speaking from the heart.
I guess it would be you, considering.
Yeah, that makes sense. That works.
Oh,
You
gosh.
get 1 bajillion
Get
coins.
6 whole
6
coins.
Hey,
That's a free success.
I am gonna look up at this dragon with a very disappointed look on my face, and I'm gonna say, what are you doing? Like, why are you swallowing people?
The crowns of your kingdom shall serve as rings for the crystal throne. I shall burn your world down and make a new one of rubies and sapphires, emeralds and onyx. It continues listing.
That's important,
and diamonds.
but why are you so grumpy?
Paradox. What?
Why are you so grumpy?
I've never been asked such a question.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that, we all want to better the world around us in different ways, but,
the dragon looks quizzical.
but, it just seems like you're really upset about something.
Frankly, I've never been asked that. The dragon sits down. Boom, dust rises in the air. Some loose diamonds fall off, and it's like, I guess it started when I was young. My mother was very distant.
And I'm scooting closer and picking up the little pieces of crystal that have come out on the
And
ground.
here you go. The dragon. I think actually you should flip. Or
I'm gonna automatically succeed.
Okay, the
yeah.
dragon cries big gemstones.
Yeah, I'm just
starts just like very cartoon, big teardrop shaped crystals fall from its eyes that are each one is the size of your fist, and it's
We're gonna mark off one of these.
Then when I was 13, I had
I think in the middle, so the dragon is delivering this heartfelt monologue, and all of a sudden, directly in the middle of it is and then, I've always wanted to fight. It's a burst of glittering energy comes hurtling out.
that's that damn frog!
I was planning on punching my way through the gut, but it seems that we had created another option. I shall take this energy and use it to spread goodwill across the world.
Sounds like my energy. No.
And runs off.
The dragon, energyless, it begins to lose hold of this dimension, and its form retreats back into the crystal, the plane of elemental crystal, where it's like in my head I'm how there's the evil elements.
Yeah.
There's in that other game. In my head, this is the evil crystal dimension.
Yeah.
And it's got a name that's maybe even more dorky than that somehow. And it begins, but it's sucked away. But the gemstones are all left scattered across the ground, as are 3d6 times 100 gold pieces.
Yes.
I think Saul, seeing all that play out very much in the way that he thought, kind of looks to Gertrude and is like, see?
I just feel like that was more of a Hey Kid win.
I see what brought you to that conclusion.
I don't know, but full credit to the frog.
Team effort, team effort.
Team effort.
Now, could you answer me a question?
Yeah.
I saw you were absolutely destroying these flowers.
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, with your stick.
Yeah, well,
Which one of these is your favorite?
of the ones I destroyed?
Well, I guess they're the ones you didn't destroy?
Yeah, why are you asking me that? You have to answer.
Well, because I actually wanted to know your favorite color.
Is that actually why?
That's actually true.
Oh, well,
Or what your
my...
favorite color flower would be.
Oh, well, my favorite color, honestly, it's like a magenta, like a warm, like a warm purple.
Warm purple.
I'm adding that to Gertrude's character sheet.
Nice. Yeah. And I think Saul, immediately getting this information, was not searching for this. It's like, warm purple. I have to go.
Okay.
listen to music.
Okay.
Do you need anything before I go?
No, I'm probably gonna go back to and Gertrude mimes hitting the flowers with the cricket.
Yeah. Saul
yeah.
watches you do that very intensely.
Gertrude's like not sure about like it hits different when you know. So, like there's one thing when you're just kind of doing it absentmindedly, but when you feel like you're doing it with purpose, it loses all the fun. So Gertrude kind of does a half-hearted swash at a couple of dandelions and is like, should I like be helping with that? It seems like everyone's running around. They're really busy right now.
I'm gonna flip a coin as Sal leaves the room. That's a failure.
That's a failure.
Sal is trying to tumble. Sal's trying to tumble in front of Sal, or Parrish is trying to tumble in front of Sal in a cool way, but falls and hurts his back.
Oh,
Parrish!
are you okay?
Are you okay?
Parrish, what were you trying to do?
I'm on my feet! No one try to move me!
What were you doing?
I was a flip. It was gonna be very cool. It didn't work.
No.
I had a question, but we'll deal with that later.
Oh yeah, sure.
Down. My dog is trying to get in on the stream.
I think you should let Rufus.
Maybe later.
Rufus is great. Rufus is really a Jim Henson. This is a creature that lives at YAZEBA'S bed.
Hey, Rufus, down.
Down, buddy.
You can give him
I
a
wish you
pretty
could see.
direct.
He's the saddest.
Down.
Yeah,
droopiest-
push. Yeah, just give him a. Yeah.
He's like he's a real like his face has inertia. And he's got these big red
We'll
eyes.
introduce him later, and
Yeah.
so
he looks like the coolest weed smoker at the retirement home.
it's true. Higgins like looking through like the kitchen, opening up, just like pulling out like every single thing that she can, and is obviously looking for something, but they roll the tails, so we
You're botching it.
yep. They like just start like you all of a sudden hear like a smash, like and not like the normal smash, like there's been like clang, break, other things like that, but you all of a sudden hear like plates splashing and like yelling and screaming coming from the kitchen.
All right, Gertrude's gonna run back in the house to deal with that. Leave you and Parrish outside.
I am going to flip both of these coins.
Godspeed.
Is Rufus worried that someone actually hurt themselves? Yes.
Maybe. He also does that when he's hungry, though. So.
2! That's a success!
Hey! Wow!
Sal, quickly!
Yes.
What was the name of that prog rock album, that song that you recorded off of the mixtape that you left outside of my room the other night?
Clocks and drops.
Clocks and drops. Okay.
Rock song, clocks and drops.
I was going to leap back. That's not going to happen. I'm gonna walk. I'm going to walk.
Please walk.
Is doing the this is a Jeff move, a revealing moment of my life is doing the you just put out your back walk where you're kind of doing a weeble wobble up the stairs. Okay, there we go.
Oh man.
Yeah, Higgins has just started just demolishing the kitchen.
Really good. Yeah, Gertrude comes in and is like, "Hey kid, what are you doing in here? Is everything okay?"
No, I can't find it, and like it's supposed to be right there. He points to just like empty spot on the countertop with bright lines around it, indicating that something should be there but isn't.
Yeah.
And
Got a pencil?
and I've looked everywhere. There's none. And he like takes a like big punch bowl and just like slams it on the ground. And it's the last thing I need.
Gertrude, hey kid, what are you looking for? I'm gonna flip a coin in. You do not have to answer that question. I'm going to mess up something I thought I could handle, and I'm going to take on the task of trying to calm you down.
I'm looking for the bread, and there's no bread.
I swear I saw it. Don't calm down, Gertrude says, which is the worst thing to say to someone who's feeling this way.
Pierre said he was gonna have bread, and then he made waffles, and he was writing a book.
It's like fire coming out of the
Yeah, out of the ear.
Yeah.
And now there's no bread, and there's supposed to be bread, and how am I supposed to finish it? And like all of a sudden, like you watch Haken realize who they're talking to, and go, how am I supposed to make a sandwich?
Is that what you're trying to finish right now? A sandwich? So I'm great at making sandwiches.
I like sandwiches a lot. Are you flipping a coin?
Yeah. I fail again. I'm gonna assume the worst of what's going on, and I can tell you are intentionally lying to me, and I think that it's because I'm so evil that I've ruined it. So I'm going to though do a bingo, and I'm going to make myself useful. I'm gonna say, don't worry, Haken, I can make you a sandwich. It'll be okay. Here, let me make you one. And I start bustling around, pulling things down from the shelves, getting bread to make a sandwich.
Where do you find the bread at?
Just autopiloted that sentence, and yeah. I think it's where Haken was pointing. There was a bowl that was flipped over. That the way this is drawn is that you know how like in old Scooby-Doo or like in cheap cartoons the background thing would look different than before an object that was removed. The bread is behind a bowl in the background cell. So I like reach over and I like the bowl changes to be interactable in the foreground and I move it aside. I'm like, it was in the background. It was in the background, like, and the props department must have just forgotten to draw it in.
That always happens. All right.
But it's there's only enough to make the sandwich with.
But you know what? I don't want a sandwich after all.
Oh, you. Okay. Let's go of the bread. Oh, okay. I guess I should just go then.
Oh, I mean, I was gonna have some soup. Do you want some soup?
You were?
Well, I was gonna have a sandwich, and then I was gonna have some soup, but I don't want a sandwich anymore.
Good. I think you lied.
I might have. But he grabs the bread off the countertop and then goes over to the fridge to start looking through it for soup.
Gertrude's gonna give you a weird look. Meanwhile, what are other people up to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Having finally gotten enough dirt, your favorite color, and other things.
Yeah.
I think Saul is.
I need all those things to give someone a birthday present also, so
Yeah.
I understand.
I think Saul is playing music outside, right in the sunlight, trying to make this flower from. Well, actually, I think it's a bunch of seeds inside this pot grow. So I'm gonna roll.
Yeah. Good old D2.
That's tails.
You got it.
Yeah.
Well, what's your whoopsie?
Whoopsie. Oh god. Fail to follow through. And I think it truly does not work. And they're like, yeah, I used to know magic. I did magic all the time when I was working with YAZEBA. And then like tries it and realizes this is not going to work.
Yeah, it's almost like singing. It's like singing a magic song. It's like hitting a note that you just don't know how to hit anymore. It's just like la fa se la da la da
And like tries again.
No.
Gotta try something else.
What is Sal doing at this moment? I think Sal has like
Perish.
a pear.
The sow of frogs.
The Sal of frogs, yeah.
What is Sal doing right now? Says Parrish.
What is Sal doing right now?
What is going on?
Sal, or I keep saying Sal because I'm used to playing Sal.
So sow-pilled.
Fully Sal pilled. Parrish is, I think, Parrish has applied a heating pad to his lower back and has returned to the kitchen to see Hey Kid and Gertrude rummaging around. I take it we are searching! Wait! Finding the world through my webbed fingers. Soup! Are we aiming for soup?
I am looking for soup now.
My dear friend, do you know the surest way to find soup?
Let the soup find you.
Well, it is to ask for soup. To let the soup find you is the second most effective. It is time for soup. And I think I'm gonna flip some coins here.
It's so daring. Every time they spin like one heads.
2,
Oh my god.
3.
3, a regular
I
Guildenstern.
am lifting everyone's spirits with the perfect refreshments. I am making a delightful chowder.
And are you working on
I
the
am indeed.
Oh, yes. Alright.
And Saul comes in immediately to some chowder, and it does, in fact, lift his
It
spirits.
does. Gertrude's spirits, which were like confused more than anything else, have been firmly lifted.
I have yet to encounter a terror that a fine bowl of chowder could not conquer.
Not even that big dragon from earlier? Wow.
Well, I mean, if I had had time to make the dragon a bowl of chowder, then perhaps it would have been fine.
What I notice is, hey kid, you've got one thing left on your gift. Sal, you've got 2 things left. The party itself has 2 things. The party is done before you've gotten your gift together. Mm-hmm. Then you don't have your gift together for me. And Parrish, you might even want to help them get their gifts together, because I'm certainly not going to. But once those are set, party is all set, and I'm only one step away from guessing where the location is. And in fact, I'm going to, I think as Gertrude's having the chat, it's going to be like, so what's your plans for the rest of the day? Addressed to the group. And I'm going to force you all to answer that question.
I've got a special project I'm working on.
You know, the same as any old day, being a wise old frog and assisting my friends in their earthly endeavors. Quietly, like, I've got 5 coins here in front of me, so I am going to cash them in, and I think I quietly, I think Parrish, I'm gonna mark off one. I'm gonna check. I'm trying to decide. I think I have more of an ability to do this with Sal, which is to say, like,
You should.
I say this, throw you a meaningful look, and say, like, where do you need me to run, and what do you like? It is the unseen eye conversation of service workers of like
Looking at each other.
What do you need me to go do right now?
Yeah, Sal catches your look and then looks at Gertrude and is like, well, I'm gonna finish growing my flowers. As you see, I'm getting into gardening.
Wow. You're
And
going
one of the things that I need to do is finish up with my purple soil that surely is not here and far away.
Oh.
Right.
Can I help?
I fear that this is a quest for a night. There's a land of peril ahead of you.
You don't think I can do it? You don't think I maybe I should do it. I feel like Parrish, you maybe need to rest.
Well, you know, to fix a back, you must use it.
I don't know that. I, in fact, think that that's not true in the slightest. Hey, kid, what's your project?
What? You say, like, hey, kid, like, was slowly moving towards the oven. I'm trying my hand at pottery.
Oh, that's so cool. Can I see?
Yeah, I'll show it to you, but it's not ready yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Gertrude looks a little bummed about
All of a
that.
sudden, you hear the oven ding.
Oh, now can I see? Is it ready?
No, it's not ready yet. It's a multi-stage process.
Oh, okay. Will you show it to me when it's done?
Yes.
Cool.
Hey Kid does Hagen climbs into the oven, like just opens it up, looks at y'all, looks back at it like wide-eyed, realizes they're in kind of a spot, steps into the oven, closes it behind them, grabs the thing that they had stuck in there early, and starts to like climb out the like top of the oven.
I get a very strong visual of like fully like you're going into the bath, like you know, like just like the door shuts behind you, and then like you just hear the like going up the chimney, like.
I am gonna take this cord and check off the third piece of your.
Oh, that was me checking. I was crossing 5
Yes.
Yeah. I'm still gonna take this because I think
get one step closer to the party prep.
One step closer to party prep. I think that what happens is you crawl out of it, and the same thing as earlier. We just see the tongue whip around, like has fully left the room. Still, the tongue like does an elaborate whip around just in time to turn off the oven to make sure it's off.
That's true.
Yeah. I'm actually just going to take one to go to the location of the party room and start setting things up.
Yeah.
Is that
checking off?
That's the last one, yeah.
Sal?
Oh.
Sal, you're present.
I know.
That's okay. That's how it goes. No, that's good. That's good.
That was literally me thinking Jeff had already gotten you to your last one and me forgetting.
No, I think that's good.
That's
though.
great then.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
fantastic. So, all right. You're the one throwing the party. Sal, because you didn't get your gift together, set the stage. What happens? Like,
wait, hold on. Before that, through the kitchen window, you see a muddy, soggy Zeba tossing scraps of burnt Belgian waffles to the rabbits with buckets from the morning.
oh, thank you to those rabbits. They
Watches Haycould pop out the top of the house.
I think there's like we ended on a peaceful note, which is pretty surprising for the birthday setup, and I think it fades into like Gertrude is just sitting around. She's back to reading again. The sun is just starting to set. Sal.
Yeah. So I think because Sal couldn't get the present that they actually wanted, they get like a fault, like consolation.
Yeah.
Which
A present
is-
in all but mechanics.
No,
Yeah.
100%. Which and probably uses that image, so they get an image and litter it on in the what is it? The office, the little office.
The little office.
The little office. So
Would you
there's-
have guessed the little office?
I was not gonna guess the little office. I was gonna guess the garden because you like
Rational
what did you do? You what's that movie where they do that?
Usual Suspects?
Yeah, usual suspects. You Kaiser Sose my ass. And you said garden early on and got me thinking that was a part of
We used the strategy you proposed against you.
Yeah, I really got Kaiser Sose. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a bunch of photos of like flowers, which is gonna presume like purple flowers, the light purple flowers on the walls everywhere, which is Gertrude's favorite color.
Yeah. It's really pretty.
Yeah, and just kind of like tablecloth, a very nice tablecloth.
There is also glistening crystal dragon like energy, just like giving it an
Oh yeah,
glow
that
to
must be the
entire
best
office.
like lava lamp is just having crystal dragon energy like put up onto the ceiling.
Yeah, Hagen has put in a bunch of the crystal tears to reflect the light, also to hit through the crystal energy in just a really cool way.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Gertrude is like, oh my god, what's all this for?
Yeah. Is this when we do the thing?
Is this when we do the thing?
Is this when we do the thing?
Let's do the what thing? What are you?
Happy birthday!
Oh, I thought we were going to say Gertrude. They should have heard. We should have heard.
Happy Gertrude!
It is. I guess it is September. Yeah. Wow. Gertrude, who it was not on her mind that this was in any way what was going to happen, is completely gobsmacked, and she's holding her face hands. I'm sure some of the rabbits also are here in little outfits, and she is so in awe that she's like, "That's what all this was all day. You were just prepping, and you just were wow. You guys are really good at keeping secrets. I'll have to try harder next year."
Yeah.
Is it always your birthday?
She looks at you with an expression of deep fear.
Today is a special day.
Try again next year.
They shall come another day.
Oh no.
Throws you the death glare of death glare.
Gertrude is immediately what's the cake like?
It is genuinely very funny that this has come up on 2 separate times I've played this chapter. It is a blue paprika layer cake, which means that it you can see both shimmering the vaguest hint of shimmering crystal inside of it as glimpses of the evil crystal dimension sparkle through, and it kind of flows through like a delicious, soft looking cake. That it flows through it in all of the blue and purple color.
It's beautiful. It tastes strangely spicy, but also a little bit like eating chalk, but in a good way.
That's the dragon energy.
That's the direction.
Yeah, the rest of the dimension. The blue paprika is properly ground up sapphire. It's the equivalent of paprika in the evil crystal dimension. So I guess we should probably do gifts. Hey kid, what did you do?
He comes up and has a what looks just like a lump of mud at first, and it has been hard fired in the oven. And then lifts the top off, and underneath it is the leftover heel of bread, and they just have the biggest grin on their face, they are so excited to give you this, and assuming you know exactly what it is.
Wow, it's
right. I figured after everything earlier, we probably needed one.
a sword?
No, it's a bread basket.
I like that gift. Here you go.
Now we know where the bread is.
Yeah, wow. It'll never get animated into the background again.
Yeah.
I actually really do like it. I thought I wasn't going to, but that's really funny. Sal, you were gonna get me. What was the vision that you had?
Basically, I said moon roses, so just roses from Gertrude's favorite book.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, of course, the moon roses of Heart Sword are a really important plot point. That's so touching, but yeah, it makes sense you couldn't grow them because they only grow on the moon. And no one knows how to go there. That would be ridiculous, right?
Yeah.
You've never met anyone from the moon.
I haven't.
You never
They
will.
haven't gotten here yet. They never will. And Parrish, what gift did you get, Gertrude?
You asked me earlier why I had never told you my story.
Yeah.
And it is because it was not yet ready to be told. And hands you no less than 195 typed out pages.
God.
And on it, in 10-point Courier new font, it says, Cook Frog Knight and the Sky Crystal Dragonheart Infinitum, Part 1. This is my screenplay.
God, Parrish. Keep getting a coin for that as well. And yeah, I'll be taking that. I'll be putting that with my character sheet. I think I have some. I have to find some paper clips at home and put these with my character sheet. But oh my God, that's so cool. Wow. Can I read it?
It would bring me no greater joy. And if you have notes, I do have a form set up. I will make sure you have it. I want notes. I want feedback. This is a creative process.
Yeah. Is it? I mean, can I? Should I be in comment mode or suggestion mode?
If you could, you know what? Let us. We'll find a time. We'll get some coffee. We'll do sort of a feedback session. I will practice active listening. Sal has written a play too. Parrish has written a screenplay.
YAZEBA'S Jam is going on right now.
Head over to YAZEBA'S Jam on Itch.
Write the chapter! Gertrude is so touched by that. She's so excited. She loves all the presents. And she even loves Sal's present and is excited for the thought of it. Even if for now the garden probably has to have more mundane flowers. It's just a little party. It's not a big thing. It's just a sweet little thing, which is really Gertrude would have been so overwhelmed if it was like the whole bed and breakfast. So she enjoys the more quiet affair, and they stay up late. They watch a movie together, and
There's a moment where Paris sees Gertrude enjoying this, and there's a brief moment where he leans out of the office door and just goes, Get out of here! Get out of here! And just a full cavalcade of guest star characters just scatter in all directions.
God.
No, go!
I'm updating one of my facts about me that's used to say I plan on finding somewhere else to stay eventually, and I've changed it to I plan on finding somewhere else to stay, but not right now.
Oh, that's so sweet.
And yeah, I think that is a good end to the chapter. Thank you. We're going to do housekeeping and then we'll be done. So really quick, if everyone wants to look at the back part of their character sheets, it has your journey. If you have any coins left over, you can spend those coins on your journey. And also, if appropriate, if there are things you did, you can mark those off as well. So I have... Sal, did you take me under your wing?
I don't think so.
Okay. Are we friends?
Yes.
Cool. Are we close friends?
Yeah.
Cool. Sal, was really kind to me. I don't have a job here yet, though. But that'll do. That's okay. What about everyone else? What's going on?
I have the tired old frog track. As much as I would like to pretend I'm going to be Spry Young Frog forever, I have to admit I'm getting older, and I'm going to spend 1 token to fill in a notch on that.
Yeah.
Did hurt my back. The thing that Parrish did, and not Jay.
Yes, yep. Sal, what's going on with you?
I've got, when the track fills up, I'm in the zone and inspiration is flowing.
Do you have enough to... it's 5 slots left, so I think you want to just fill off 2 more?
Yeah, I have 2.
Cool. And then, hey kid, what's going on with you?
I flexed my creative energy over the course of this, so I am my stats are going up. I've moved my creative's almost maxed out. I'm not gonna lie.
An easy flex. Amazing. Cool. And then finally, the last thing we get.
Yazeba comes in with tubs of kettle corn for the movie. Great big barrels of.
That
sweet and
is so
salted.
kind of her. Wow, that's so sweet. Almost enough to make me a little less afraid, but not quite. The absolute last thing we're going to do.
Sea Exertion says if Gertrude enjoys her birthday party, add a crystal dragon lava lamp to bed and breakfast.
Do you have like a pair of scissors or an
Do I have a pair of scissors? I definitely had one earlier today. I don't know if it's still up here. Or not.
a pair of scissors? Because these is my like old playtest thing, so I don't have. The book comes with sticker sheets, but I have paper that I have to cut the stickers out of, like a barbarian. But we are going to, as our last activity for the night, find... Oh, if you want to all write the role you played in my guest book alongside your signature.
Confused by this. The line.
Oh, I'm sure. This must be very bizarre.
Rufus, come here.
Dog. I'm going to we get to.
Oh!
So we have a slice of cake. Where do we want to put the? Where in this lovely house do we want to put our cake?
I feel like the office is the appropriate place.
Let's see what we've got. We've got the front desk. We could unlock a new guest at the front desk. We've got the utility closet, the pantry, the floor of Sal's station wagon, Hey Kid's nightstand, YAZEBA'S study, the backyard, the abandoned bus stop, the attic. Oh, we can't do the attic. Oh, Gertrude's backpack.
We could also unlock some things in Gertrude's back.
Yeah, we get
backpack.
we get a new chapter if we did that.
Let's do it.
Okay, all right. Let's do it. We unlock The Night Market on page
Ooh,
262.
the Night Market.
Chapter 2. Which is, and then someone else wants to actually do this little bit of crafts moment.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was fun. I always feel weird as concierge doing the fun little
Which one? Where's
right there.
Right here.
Perfect.
So for somebody who may catch this stream, because we've done a lot of things, and because we were playing, because I think some of us have before, we did explain kind of the core mechanic of the frantic the frantic mood, which is what this one was. Tell us a little about what's happening with the stickers. Besides, like we're putting the cake somewhere. You said you're unlocking a chapter. Tell us more about that.
So the way YAZEBA'S works is we have these stickers, and we put them in these things called shelves, which are locations in the bed and breakfast. And when you put one in there, when you put it in the appropriate shaped slot, you can unlock. So we played a chapter. We can unlock more chapters, later chapters, right? So the Night Market, which is the one we just unlocked, is about Gertrude, someone trying to buy Gertrude's heart, and it's a later, more dramatic chapter. You can use it to get new guests at the bed and breakfast, new weirdos who have come to visit. You can use it for all sorts of things. Sometimes they're just cosmetic. But it's an important part of YAZEBA'S game where, as you can see, even though, we are the ones who played these characters this time, next time I run it, right, I'm going to be at Big Bad Con, I'm going to be running a whole bunch out of this binder, and it's going to be different people playing the same characters. So at Big Bad Con, when someone else picks up Gertrude, they're going to see the changes I've made, right? They're going to see the adjustments made. They might make choices for these characters later on the road, and within my personal version of this binder, the events that occurred are canon, right? Like, there are events that I'm kind of able to keep track of in my head that came already. I'm not a huge stickler for canon, but, like, it's cool to know, like, oh, this is the same bed and breakfast where just a month ago, like, YAZEBA and Hey Kid were fighting over competing hotels, right? This is the same bed and breakfast where Hey Kid and Parrish almost burned the place down, making pancakes. So it feels, there's a great sense of continuity to that.
And it's really cool. Like, one of my favorite things about it is just like, it means that you're, as a concierge for the book that you own, you will, it'll be a unique instance. Like, even though it's the same characters, the same chapters, the way the story unfolds will be super distinctive, and it's one of my favorite things about the way that YAZEBA'S works. I just think it's really, really gorgeous, really beautiful. Yeah. I'm super excited about it. Let's do a reaction roll. Maybe even we'll do some stars and wishes, especially.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is your stream, your structure.
Yeah, a reaction roll is a live stream inside of a live stream. It's our chance to sit down with the creator of a game we just played and talk about playing that game. Today we were playing YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast. It was Gertrude's birthday, and we surprised her. She didn't see it coming at all, and we're going to talk about what it was like to play right now. We just talked about what the game was.
This was good. I'm glad that I finally got to play YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast, and I got to play it in a public-facing format. It was great.
Yeah.
I always have a blast. I think really standout was, Jay and I have been talking about this, hey, do we want to do something? And then just doing it in person with local folks on the 15th. And I'm hoping we can make it happen more in the future, maybe with more cameras and more space. Because it is one of the first times where I've been like, I want a top-down camera so everyone can see what's happening as we play. But I had a blast. I think I've only ever played, I don't think I've played any of the early chapters of the game. I always play, not like way late, but I've only played middle chapters. So it was fun to go back to kind of some earlier spaces in it. Explore. I've never played Hey Kid before, so that was super fun. I always have a great time, and I do think that I love each of the moods, but the frantic mood really does catch me up. More than anyone else. So as you don't know, the mechanics are a little bit different. This frantic is coin flipping. One of them is deck of cards. The other one is tokens on different sheets of paper that you've kind of filled out with different things.
And the fourth one is questions.
Right. And so there's these kind of different modes you go through within it. And I just love the way that really does affect the speed in the thing. Literally I was I just got caught up in oh, we got to get to the and then totally forgot Sal had not gotten their present ready.
Yeah, really, really
Great.
So.
Yeah, it was super fun. I've never played YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast, so this is my first time, and it was really easy to get into, and I very much appreciate that in a game, especially flipping coins. You know, I almost never get to flip coins while playing a game.
It's so funny. I do this too, where it's the instinct to roll to hold them like to roll the dice.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how you flip a bunch of coins at once. I know how to roll a lot of dice.
I love this game a whole lot. I have a deep affection for YAZEBA'S. I really love the frantic mode specifically. I am a relentlessly tactical player when it comes to token economy games, and there's a distinct joy to both the chaos of, oh god, I've got to flip these coins, and also the sort of move of like I am passing these coins on to whoever I think it will either most hinder or most benefit, and like that kind of joyful tactical decision is something that I really treasure.
Also, Liz, I owe you a game. Get me to do a backdoor game of YAZEBA'S for you. I would love nothing more than that. Make that happen to Big Bad.
Out behind.
Catch Jay at Big Bad.
Out behind the Marriott at Big Bad Con. And so,
it's a Hyatt Regency.
Hey,
yeah, but the Hyatt Regency is too high class. Real back alley games happen behind the Marriott.
You're right. Actually, real back alley games happen behind the seafood place on the pier. But yes,
you try to Zeebs? You try to Zeebs?
Hey,
You into that?
Hey, kids, you Zeba?
This is high.
You know where I can get some good Zeebs in San Francisco?
No, it was blast. It was also just like we have talked a lot. Like, I mean, we played in person. The three of us have played together in person, but like being able to sit down with folks in your city and play together was so great.
So good.
We do love that Philly is becoming the best city for RPGs in the world, if not just the U.S.
Easily. I mean,
I don't care what people in Chicago say.
Los Angeles who?
But we really love it. I'm looking forward to playing with y'all. I will be at Big Bad Con also too.
We will all be at Big Bad Con.
We'll all be at Big Bad Con. So if you're all those famous people from that stream, come up, talk to us. Not Alone Horror says go Birds.
Go Birds! Go Birds! Liz, please can we play a game at the Chicken Man Walmart? Please can we play a game at
behind the pier where they burned. Also, Grubby and her friends did the whole the debt burning thing behind that in that same Walmart pier. At the Chicken Man Pier, yeah.
Just a reminder, tomorrow we've got Capers Cyberpunk coming up with Dylan, Super Dylan, Richard Ruane, and Chris from who. I don't know if Richard's coming to Big Bad Con, but Chris Sellers and Super Dylan will both be there also too. So everyone will be there. Have FOMO if you're not. So that's gonna be tomorrow at noon. But the thing you can do if you want to help our channel, you can sub here. You can support us over on Ko-fi. You can go to plus1exp.com and buy stuff. But the thing we'd love to have you do is just think about signing up for RPG Zine Club's email list right now. So we're gonna be launching on soft launching on the 1st, hard launching on the 3rd of October. That's next month. This is a monthly zine membership that lets us invest more intentionally in emerging and expanding designers in the creative community, helping curate some of the best small RPGs that are coming out. There's different flavors of membership. You can get as little or as much as you want to. It's a great way to support us, but more importantly, it's a great way to support communities of creators who can't necessarily get their products into print otherwise, and allow us to invest more intentionally. And then over to rpgzine.club to find out more about that. There's some really cool stuff going on. Would love your support. And if you come to PAX U, or even if you don't, we will be announcing a cool partnership between Possum Creek and Plus One that's going to be riding on the back of Zine Club starting in January. So if you support that, you can do it. Our real big goal, the goal that makes it super helpful for us, is to get to 500 subscribers. But if we get 50, that's great. But if we get 500, it makes everything we do at Plus One totally sustainable, and it's a great margin.
I will say Zine Club is one of the things that I've been most excited for this year. It is a genuine, meaningful, especially as social media platforms like Twitter go down the shitter. There's a real lack of structure for how someone goes from being an aspiring tabletop RPG designer to being a designer. Or a published designer, or kind of working in this space. And Zine Club to me really represents an opportunity for that bridge to be meaningfully completed in ways that aren't exploitative and uncomfortable, and ultimately can be very self-destructive, is the way the way Kickstarter can be. So I'm really excited for Zine Club. I'm really excited for the part that I'm going to be hopefully playing with it in the future, which you'll learn more about. But I'm a big believer in it, so please do check it out. Yes. Do that now. Get ready. October 1st. Call to action.
RPGZ.club. Also, if you haven't, go to possumcreek.com. Pre-order YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast. Sign up for the OMM stuff. Find out more information there. Anything else you want to say on the first eve of YAZEBA'S Day?
There's some other really cool stuff we're doing for YAZEBA'S Day. There is currently a game jam happening over on Itch.io where people are making their own guests and chapters. If you watch this and we're like, wow, this looks like a really easy thing to design for, you should go write some stuff for it and put it up online, because there's a really excited burgeoning community of people making stuff for this. There's also a 8-part podcast series released by the folks over at My First Dungeon, which has a really great crew of folks. And if I had a nickel for every time there's a star-studded cast of RPG players playing YAZEBA'S Bed and Breakfast, I'd have 2 nickels. These are quarters.
That's why I'm going to give you one.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, inflation these days. But you should go and listen to it. It is fantastic. They've made original music. It's so cool. The best part of this thing I get to do is when I get to watch beautiful people take the stuff that I make and make bizarre, incredible things with it. So please go check that out. And
Jeff, if people want to find you, where they find you?
You can find my work at jeffstormer.com. It's where you can find the podcasts that I make, the games that I design. You can check out Party of One, which is an award-winning actual play focused on 2-player role-playing games. And you can find me on Twitter at Party of One Pod until that website burns to the ground, which probably next week.
CJ.
Yeah, if you like what I do, which, Godspeed, then you can find me on Twitter at Scholastic Dragon. I do a lot of sad things, and if you like sad things, then you'll love what I do. Find my works at, I don't have a website. I mean, I do have a card. I have a card. Go to my Twitter, and you will literally find it. Outside of that, I got nothing going on these days.
Awesome.
besides sad things, you got sad things.
I do have sad things. I have a lot of sad things.
And with that said, we're going to zoom in on Jeff and Tal Parrish, and we're all going to wave at the screen until I take us off air. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Oh, I'm grabbing Tall Parish.
Jeff, stop waving. Stop waving, Jeff.
Jeff, you stop waving when I'm standing right.